Hi everyone, John McKinley here. Wanted to take a moment to share a quick video with everyone who's in the world of real estate, whether you're a real estate agent or whether you're someone who's looking to buy or sell real estate right now, even for folks out there who could be under contract and in the middle of the wonderful process of going through underwriting. There's been a lot happening in the world of real estate over the past several years, from crazy low interest rates to interest rates pretty much climbing to some of the highest levels we've seen in 10 years. We've also experienced a large shortage on inventory right now, which has helped with the inflated home prices. So when you combine the lack of inventory along with the inflated home prices and the ever elevating interest rates, it's made the purchasing process very difficult. We've also noticed too that we have had a constricting of the credit markets, which has caused a lack of money and investors providing money into the mortgage markets to allow us to lend out to you folks that are looking to buy or sell real estate. And that, of course, has caused a tightening up in the credit markets as well for people wanting to get financing for homes. Another big thing that we're seeing is a lot of lenders that have survived the contracting that's going on in the mortgage market. A lot of the lenders out there are writing from a point of fear. Their underwriting departments have been told that they have to be extra cautious on their underwriting guidelines to make sure that they are able to sell these loans on the secondary market. We actually just the other day, the Federal Reserve Board of Philadelphia just announced that they are concerned about some of the fraud that they've been seeing going on. The federal government has also announced that they are focusing right now with their CFPB. They are coming in and looking at us mortgage bankers who only work in the originating of loan side of things and providing you all with the money to buy real estate. They are doing deeper investigations on us, which has led to even more fear in the world of underwriting in a lot of institutes. Another thing that the feds are doing is they are now working hand in hand with the IRS and going back on loans that originated 2, 3, 4, even 7 and 8 years ago, and checking to verify that the tax returns on file that were used to originate those loans are still the same tax returns with the IRS and were not amended in any way after the loan closed. And one of the big things that the feds have found out is that 11% of the loans that are in default and the loans that are being foreclosed upon are due to fraudulent loans. Inaccurate paperwork provided, and down to just people involved in a transaction lying on the transaction, which that is a very large number. However, what's even more surprising is that the percentage of loans originated that were fraudulent loans is less than 4%. So if you take a look at that number and go, whoa, 11% of loans that are fraudulent are having issues with payments, are behind, or are actually going to foreclosure, but only 4% of the overall, under 4% of the overall loans originated are fraudulent loans, which is another reason we are seeing a big investigation going on. Another thing I'd like to let you all know here is when us lenders get in trouble with these loans where it turns out there's fraud that's involved in them, or there was something that wasn't done correctly in underwriting, we're left in a very difficult position, and we have to sell them on what's called the scratch and dent market. And surprisingly, the scratch and dent market has been doing quite well right now. And there's been a lot of money flooding into the scratch and dent market because these large institutions are able to come in and buy loans that necessarily aren't in default or going to go in default, but do not meet the tightening up of the guidelines in the regular normal market, which is once again causing a lot of fear on the underwriting side. And I hope what I've said here makes sense and can kind of give you guys a little bit better understanding of, especially if you're in the middle of purchasing a home right now and going through the underwriting process. You may feel like your lender is just beating you up and asking you for all kinds of crazy things. And why do they need to have this? Why do they need to have that? I have good credit. I have plenty of money. Why am I having to provide all these things? And I hope I've shared a little bit of information here with you all to give you a little bit better understanding on that. And as I tell the clients that I'm working with, I give them a warning up front that, hey, underwriting is going to be a little bit tighter now, but we're going to be here to work with you and we're going to communicate with you through the process. And a lot of times, yes, it can be a little bit cumbersome to have to get a little bit of extra things that are needed. But I found in most cases, if it's not too far out there in left field what underwriting's wanting, it actually just makes it easier to go ahead and get what's needed. That way you go through the underwriting process because in a much easier way and timely manner. Even though interest rates have increased quite a bit over the past year, we still have in line to where rates are still not too far out of whack to where people can still be able to get into a home and start building some equity. But thank you all very much. If you all should have any questions, please don't hesitate. You can reach out to me directly. My direct phone number is 281-851-4963.